Tuesday. It's Tuesday, March 24th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. And it is a chilly, chilly day here in Chesapeake, Virginia. It was warm and we were having spring, and now it's back to winter. I don't know what happened. The temperature dropped to like 20 degrees yesterday in about 30 minutes. And now we had a cold day, but I'm hoping it's going to warm back up soon because I am over this weather. So I know some of you guys got the same thing we did. But hopefully it's all going to be gone soon and we'll have spring weather. All right, hopefully I'm straight. I did a picture on with AI and had a really pretty background, and I don't know why when I look at it on the computer it comes out blurry, so I put it back to the original one. So this is what we're making tonight. So it's a really easy card. Well, cards, 3 plural. And we're going to be using the neutral 6x6 designer paper for $25.26. So it is current in the catalog. And I will show it to you. I've only got about half a pack left. But it comes in all the neutral colors. But you can get this in any color you want. They have it in the subtles, the regals, the neutrals, you know, all the colors. But one of the patterns is the flower, and then the back is the like watercolor sprinkly looking. And then the other pattern is the leaves with the stripes on the back. So you get 2 of each sheet. So they come in 10 colors. So you have all the leaf ones with the stripes, and then you have the flower. I've used most of the flower ones, so there's not many left, but you can see the flowers all have matching background. So this is great paper to do for a project like this where you need the front and the back. But you can use any designer paper you want to. And you can use your scraps. You only need 1.5 inch scraps. So for these cards, you either need, if you're doing 6x6, just half a sheet. So 6 inches by 3 inches. If you've got 12 by 12, you just need a 12 inch by 1.5 inch. So that'll give you, let me see, 8 squares, and you only need 7 squares. So it does not take much paper at all. And I did it 2 different ways. So this was the first one I did in the blue, and then I did this one. And then I said, you know what? I think I like the flowers here, and then the more plain piece in the middle. So then I switched it to this, and I like this one better. With the flowers on the top and the bottom with the plain color across the middle. So let me know which one you like first. And then I did the ribbon different on each one. So tell me, do you like the flowers on the top and the bottom or the flowers in the middle? And oh, let me say hello to everybody. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Tony. Hey, Trina. Hey, Regina. Hey, Christine. Hey, Diana. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Myra. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Diana. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Regina. I think I already said that. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Jody. Hey, Therese. Hey, Karen. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Julie. Hey, Tracy. I think I've... Hey, Maria. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Heather. How do you... actually, this idea I got from my friend Colleen Magnus. So last night we had a meeting with our group in this area, and Colleen did a little, we call it round robin. It's like kind of like you can do a technique or a card or whatever. And she had a crop last weekend. She does these weekend scrapbooking crop things, and she had to come up with a project. So she did all these squares that she did like diamonds across the scrapbook page. And so it's kind of like this, except she did it across the middle of a scrapbook page. And then she did one on a card. And I was like, oh, that's a cute idea. And so that's where I got the idea from, my friend Colleen Magnus. So, so I just decided to use this paper though, because so many of the papers are not available right now. So I said, well, this is available. So I'm using up my old stuff because guess what? It's retiring in about a week or so. So, well, I don't know if this is retiring. I'm sure it's retiring because it's a rubber stamp. I can't even believe it didn't retire already because I thought they had retired all the rubber ones. But this is a really cute set, and it's got some great sayings and a cute little flower. So the flower is going on the inside of all these. So I just put the flower, I changed the colors. So that's what I put on the inside. I forgot to sponge that one. I couldn't find my green sponge, my blending brush. So this is the only stamp set you need. If you don't have this one, use a different one. Use any one that has little flowers. Looking for a flower that kind of matched the flower on here. But I couldn't find one like exactly. So I said, well, that one's close enough. And then if you have this paper, great. If you don't, use whatever paper you want. So, oh, you know what? This flower probably would have gone well. I forgot about that one. That would have matched. So anyway, this is the card kit for this time. So you've got about a week left to get this card kit because today's 24th. Yep, you got exactly a week. And so this is with a $100 or more order. You'll get this, the supplies to make this free in the mail from me at the end, after the end of the month. And that's about it. So as demonstrators today, we got to pre-order from the new catalog. So that was exciting. And then the website crashed right in the middle of my order. So I sat there for like an hour while it just spun around in circles. I was getting so mad. But I placed a big order. The new catalog is so good. I can't wait till I can show it to you guys. And you know, I'm honest with you. This is probably the best catalog we've had in years. So I'm excited. So, all right. So Mossy Meadow, flowers on top and bottom. Okay, almost everybody's saying flowers on top and the bottom. And that's good. On top. Neat cards. I know, isn't this a great idea? Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So any preference on the ribbons? I just did 3 different ways just to think of something different. I got a little spot of ink on that after I finished it. I was just trying to do something. We didn't have really any ribbons that matched these 3 colors. So I was like, okay, we'll just use the linen thread. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you from start to finish how to do it. So for the first card, we're going to do green first. You just need your 5.5 by 8.5 white. And I was trying to match this color, but we don't have anything to match this right here. So I just did Mossy Meadow for the green. And then this is my piece of 6 by 3. So it's just a half a sheet. And we're going to cut it down to 1.5 inch squares. And then that's my word piece. You can tell I really need to put a new blade in my cutter. It's totally shredding my paper. What stamps? Oh my gosh, Laura. I think I ordered, I don't even know the names of them. I just was kind of clicking through the sweets first, and I ordered 4 sweets and a couple more stamp sets, and I ordered paper. I ordered all the new ink pads and refills and all the new cardstock. And then the system kind of broke on me, so I was sitting there waiting, and as soon as it came back, I closed down my order. And so there was a lot of stuff I wanted to get, and I had already spent a ton of money, and I was like, okay, I gotta wait. I gotta go pick up my taxes tomorrow and see if I have to pay or get a refund. So I'm kind of waiting for that. So you like the green ribbon? Oh, this one. The way it's wrapped around. That's probably the hardest one. Yeah, I didn't get the Winnie the Pooh sweet. Velvet Meadow. I did order that one. That was beautiful. And yes, the shipping and the tax was ridiculous. You're going to wait till April. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that Velvet Meadow was beautiful. And I ordered, what, I can't remember the names of them, but um, I ordered most of the sweets that were available. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is cut this down. So let me get my paper cutter. So you want 1.5-inch squares. So let me turn it this way. And of course I do it upside down. So this is 3 inches. So there's 3 inches by 6. So we want to go over to 1.5 and put that there, right on the line, and cut it. So now we have 2 strips. So that way, if you're doing, I can't even talk. If you're doing 12 by 12, you just need 1 long strip like this, 1.5-inch strip of 12 by 12. And then, but 6 by 6, you got to use a little bit bigger piece. Okay, I'm going to cut this at 4.5. And then I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. And then I'm going to cut it at 1.5. Make sure you got these lined up good. Okay, so every 1.5 inches. So 1.5, 3, and 4.5. I did it backwards. All right, then we're just going to make sure all our little squares, you only need 7, but it'll give you 8. Make sure they're all the same size. And the other thing you need to do is take your card front and you want to score it in half at 2 inches so that you have a line to line up your first piece. So we want to score this right down the middle. So we got that score line. Then we also want to put a mark in the middle. So this piece right here is 5 1/4. So half of 5 1/4 is 2 5/8, which is, there's 2.5. There's 2. There's 2. There's 2.5. And 2 5/8 is this one right here. So not the little marks are 16ths. This marks an 8th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. So we're going to go right here. And we're going to put a little score mark, just like right here. That's probably too big, but that's okay. We just want to line it up. That's all. Oh, actually, that's about perfect. Okay. So now we're going to put them down. So we decided we're going to do ours. The center one is going to be this plain one. So can you guys see that score mark? So it's all the way across and then just like in the center of that. So you want to line up your points with that and that and that. Get them all. Let me put my glasses on. I can't see. I can't see. Oh, Twyla, thank you. Took me a long time to understand 8s. I know a lot of people have trouble with fractions. That's why I try not to use 8s too much because a lot of people have a hard time with it. Okay, so what we want to do is make sure that's lined up. So can you guys see that? So it's lined up with that, and there's that little mark there, and you can't really see that one, but that's the center. Now, the first time I made this card, I went like this, and see how you don't see the other side of that? And when I did it, it was a little bit off. So now I discovered it's easier if you do it this way and butt it up next to this. So we're going to do a flower next, and we're going to butt it up to this. Oops. And then we're going to do a flower on this side. And it's kind of got to, you can't really tell if it's up or down with this one. You could do it either way. But butt it right up to that. So that's going to hang off just a teeny bit. Now we can put this one here because it'll fit perfect in that space. So you're going to squeeze it right in there and it'll fit perfect. And then we're going to put another flower over here. I don't know if this really has a right or wrong way that you can tell. And then we'll put another flower right there. Just make sure you're butting it up exactly to the other one. And then we need one more. Really, it's easier to put the glue here because I wasn't thinking about that. If you just put the glue right there and then put this one down, then you won't get glue. Or use your silicone mat. That'd be a good idea. Now, you could just cut all these off. Or if you want to wrap it around, you could do that too. Either one. If you get glue on it, just wrap it around so you don't get it on your scissors. All right, and then you can save this one for another card. Okay, so there you go. Sorry, I forgot to put a clean piece of paper down here. All right, so then this is going to go on here. I forgot to stamp the inside first. And we're going to stamp our words. Okay, so this is Mossy Meadow. So just use the same color ink pad that you used for the paper. And then for the words, I've got There Is Hope, which is in that same stamp set. And I'm going to do the ribbon or the linen thread around the edge. So, all right. And then I didn't find my brush, so we're going to be using a sponge dauber, which will work. So I'm just going to really kind of lightly just add a little bit of color. If you do just straight white, it's just kind of too much because this is so muted right here. The white just is kind of, I don't know, it just made it stick out too much. So, and then, oh, let me do a little bit on the inside. So there you go. Okay, so that's the green one, and then we're gonna wrap this linen thread around here. So you want to have enough to tie a bow. So I would say that's good. And then we're going to wrap it around like so. So I wrapped it 3 times. I don't think I left enough to do a bow here on the one side. Okay. And then I like to tie it in a knot because it's hard to hold it in place if you don't have some tweezers or something. I have little fat fingers. So, okay. All right, so now we've got it on there. So let's kind of spread them out. So I've got it wrapped 3 times. And I want this to spread out a little bit. It's being stubborn. So yesterday, I was feeling real ambitious. So I got up and I said, I'm going to go to, I was looking at mulch because, you know, I was waiting for the Home Depot mulch sale and over the weekend. And I said, oh, shoot, it's on sale because I hadn't planned on buying any yet. Because now, right now, everything's falling, you know, all over all the pollen and the, what you call it, just the stuff off the trees. So I didn't want to put it down yet, but I was just kind of checking to see if it was on sale. And it is. This week it's on sale. So I said, well, I'll get up and go to Home Depot and get a load of mulch. And so I can fit 30 bags in my car at a time. And usually I'll just get like 1 load per day because when I unload it, it kind of wears me out. You know, the guys who work there load it for you in the car. And then I get home and unload it all. But I got home and I unloaded it and I was like, oh, that wasn't too bad. So I think I'll go get another load. So I drove back up there because it's only like 10 minutes away. And the same guys are sitting there, you know, putting it in the car. And I tried to give them a tip. They said they weren't allowed to take tips. And I was like, dang, that stinks. I never heard that they wouldn't let you have a tip on that kind of a job. The grocery store people take tips if they help you outside. But they don't even do that anymore, I don't think. One of our grocery stores here used to help you out to the car. But I don't think they do it anymore. But anyway, I went back up there the second time. I got 30 more bags. And came back home. Unloaded that. And I was like, dang. Maybe I'm in better shape than I was last year. Because last year I remember dumping that mulch out and one load. And that was it for the day. So I got 90 bags of mulch yesterday and unloaded it all by myself. Luckily, I could drive my car right around my house. So I just drove the car to where I needed to dump it and just put like stacks of 5 every, you know, few feet. That wasn't too bad. All right, we're going to put a couple. Oh, Publix does. We have a Publix here, but I haven't been yet. It opened, I think it opened maybe, I don't know, a year ago, and I still haven't been yet. So I'm going to put a couple big ones and a little one on here. And then we're just going to spritz it with some shimmer spray. And the shimmer spray, I need to make some more because it's almost empty. So let's go ahead and make some shimmer spray. All right, so if you've never seen me make shimmer spray before, you need 70% alcohol, just rubbing alcohol. And you're just going to pour it in here. This has a nice squirting thing on it. And you want to fill it about 3/4 of the way full. And then you're going to take this shimmer paint, which Stampin' Up! Used to sell this. We don't anymore, but the link below the video in the description box there's a link to several places you can get it. Sometimes Amazon will have it. Sometimes they don't. But it's called Champagne Mist Shimmer Paint. And you're just going to pour just a little bit. So just like, that's good. So like 1 second worth. And then you just shake it up. Making a mess. And you shake it up and it makes this really pretty shimmer mist that you spray all over your card. And it takes a minute to dry. So we'll let it sit and dry for a second. And then when it dries, you can see all that pretty sparkle all over it. Yeah, I don't have anybody to help me. Yeah, Connie, I did place the pre-order today. The bags of mulch, it's the Scott's, I think it's 1.5 cubic feet. So they're probably like, I don't know, 30 pounds each or something. I think they're about 25 pounds, 30 pounds, something like that each bag. Luckily, they were pretty dry. It's bad if you get mulch right after it rains because then they're really, really heavy. But wasn't too bad. All right, so there's card number 1. So there's that one. If you want to take a picture on my dirty. I'm so embarrassed. I just forgot to change that. All right, so that's number 1. So number 2, we're going to do purple. So here's the purple. So we've got 5.5 by 8.5 fresh freesia, 5 1/4 by 4 white, 5 1/4 by 4 blackberry bliss, and this piece right here was, I still have the sticky, 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then I've already cut these for this card, but I forgot to score that piece, so we're going to do that. You came just in time for the joke. What? We just started, Mary. We've got 2 more cards to make. So you're not late. So the first card I showed from scratch how to do it step by step. So you missed cutting this, but these are just 1.5 inch squares. If you have a 1.5 inch square punch, you could use that, but I just cut them. So that's what you need. And then we're going to just score this. All right, so we're going to get that paper. I need to oil this chair. It's very squeaky. All right, so we just need to score it. So you just go over to 2 and put your paper right there and give it a good score. And then again, we're going to turn it to 2 5/8. So that's there, right there. 2 5/8. And we're just going to give it a score in the middle. So hopefully that's big enough. Let me see if that's not quite long enough. Hold on, let me get just a little bit more. Put it back to 2 5/8. You just want to make sure it's long enough to, yeah, I can see the point now. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this down. All right, so again, we're going to start with this side. So it's got to match. Can you guys see that? So we just want to match the corner on this edge, that edge, and that's a little bit short, but it's all right. As long as you got 3, it'll work. But you don't want to put this all the way because then it would show. So you just want to get it like in the middle. All right, so line that up. Right there. As long as you got it on 3 of them, that's perfect. And then we're going to put a flowery one. So just butt that up to that. And then another flower one. This glue's almost gone, so it's not cooperating. Let's do it this way. Okay. This would be really, really pretty with some of the other papers, but I wanted to use one that was not sold out right this minute. And I haven't used this. I've got a lot of paper left over. Like, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to get rid of Thoughtful Journey and well, I know they'll get rid of this because these colors are retiring, I think. Well, yeah, it's 25, 26. So, well, no, they're not retiring, but they always change the designer paper for the colors every year. But I'm pretty sure Thoughtful Journey and the lavender paper and some of those that we've had for a couple years now, I'm pretty sure they're going to be retiring. I don't know for sure, but I would just think they've been around a while. And then this one, I'm just going to put the glue right here. That's going to go this way. And see how perfectly everything just matched up. All right, now we're going to cut that. So this is really, really an easy card. And you just cut these or fold that over, whatever you want. Doesn't want to come off. And if you're really picky, you could use your paper trimmer just to trim these off, but it's easier just to snip them with the paper snips. All right, and then this one, now see, this one matched perfectly. So the background color of that is Fresh Freesia. The other colors didn't really have a matching background. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our flower and our words again. And now we're using Blackberry Bliss. Twyla, you girl, you just are spoiling me rotten. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. Okay, so we're going to use their same stamps. Probably should have cleaned it, but oh well. Hopefully it's not gonna matter. And then this one I kind of did right in the middle. And I'm gonna do a whatchamacallit, a banner on this end. So we'll just snip that like so. And we're gonna sponge that with our purple Blackberry Bliss. So just really lightly put a little bit of purple on here. And a little bit on here. Right in the center of that flower. Oh, I love that little flower. So again, we have one extra square. So if you make enough of these, you'll have extras. But you could make a ton of these like in no time with whatever paper you want. And they're pretty simple. I was going to do all different papers, but then I was like, nah, I'm just going to stick with the same pack because I need to use it up. These were the best design. I know, this is probably the prettiest 6x6 design that I've ever seen for the, you know, the colors. Because every year they have a pack that goes with the, you know, all the, like the neutrals, the regals, the subtles and everything. All right, so this one I did a bow, kind of a big bow, and put it behind the words. Ah, hold on. My fingers are getting in the way. So tonight I had a smorgasbord of a dinner. I was kind of in a snacky mood, and all right, we want to make this kind of big so it'll go behind the words. So I had, have any of y'all ever had the Hidden Valley Ranch Fiesta Ranch dip? It's like so good. It's really good with vegetables, it's good with chips, it's good with everything, but you know, I wanted to make it a little healthier, so I used light sour cream and plain fat-free Greek yogurt. So I did, you're supposed to use 2 cups of sour cream, but I did 1 cup of the light sour cream and 1 cup of the plain Greek yogurt, non-fat Greek yogurt. And it came out really good. I couldn't even tell it wasn't all sour cream. So I'm gonna put this like right there. Put that down, and it's a little twisty. Put some dimensionals on this. So I had some vegetables like carrots and broccoli and cucumbers, and then I had some like cheese, and I had some nuts, and I just made like a plate of little snacky stuff and little crackers. All right, so we're just gonna put that. Let me pull that a little bit. All right, so there we go. All right, and then we're gonna put a couple of gems on here, and I got purple for this one. So these are the what are these called? Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. And I did find out these are sold out. So sorry you guys if you didn't get them. I kept telling you to get them because they're the best ones ever. And they did finally sell out. All right, so we're gonna put, I don't know why I'm not using my take your pick tool instead of scissors. Okay, and then we're gonna spritz this one. Love it, love it. I love these purple ones. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, so that is card number 2. So there's that one. Talking about food makes you hungry. Yeah, maybe everybody did get them. I hope you guys got them. Oh, Sherry, your husband's birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, carrot cake. I just made carrot cake last week. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I make the best. I gave you guys the recipe, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Did anybody make it? Anybody make the carrot cake yet? All right, so this one, we've got 5.5 by 8.5 white, 5 1/4 by 4 misty moonlight, and then our 3/4 by 2 3/4 white, and then our squares. Last card. All right, get a screenshot of that. Those are your gems too. Barbecue pepper steak with steamed asparagus and cheese. Oh, that sounds really good. I love pepper steak. You know what's sad is I've never made pepper steak, but I used to buy Stouffer's pepper steak, and it was really pretty good for like a frozen dinner. I don't know why I've never made it. All right, this one I already scored ahead of time, so we don't have to do that. So we're just gonna go ahead and start gluing this down. So this one, gotta line it up. Oop, I made this a little bit too short. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully that's in the center. Looks pretty good. Okay. I should have made that line a little bit longer. But it's just gonna have to work. You know what I used to eat all the time? So when I was growing up, I lived with my dad and my stepmother, and my stepmother didn't cook. She was definitely not a cook at all, like nothing. The only thing she ever made that I remember was meatloaf. That's why I hate meatloaf to this day. I will not eat it because it was like the grossest thing I've ever tasted as a kid. And it's just gross. But anyway, we got a microwave. Well, before there was a microwave, we got that when I was 16 years old. Before the microwave, Stouffer's frozen dinners came in these boiling bags. I don't know if you guys remember that, but you had to put it on a pot of water on the stove and boil it in the bag. And that was what we ate for dinner all the time because she didn't cook. So we would eat chicken a la king and pepper steak and what else? Gosh, I can't even remember. But I remember we got that microwave. I was so excited because we could cook stuff in the microwave instead of having to heat a pot of boiling water. And we'd have sandwiches. I was really deprived as a kid of good meals. But I stayed pretty thin. I was always thin until I went to college. Remember those boiling bags? I'm going to put some glue on this because it's already got glue, so I don't want to get my scissors sticky. So I'm just going to fold that over and then fold this one over. I forgot. And put the glue on there. Oh, Bina, your husband makes good meat. I just can't eat it. To this day, I can't eat meatloaf. I can't eat Brussels sprouts, and I can't eat canned peas because we had them when I was a kid, and they were gross. I won't even touch a Brussels sprout. No matter how you cook it and say it's so good, I can't do it. Just looking at it makes me sick. Isn't that crazy? There's certain things you just remember from childhood that you can't do anymore because they were an Ivory soap It's the weirdest thing with ivory soap. When I was in private school, they had ivory soap in the bathroom, and I just did not like the smell of it. And I don't even know if they still have ivory soap anymore, but I just remember that smell so vividly, and I just couldn't stand it. It was like the grossest soap. I don't know why, but you just have these weird scents from childhood that bring back memories, you know. All right, so this one I'm going to wrap around my fingers like 3 times maybe, and cut it, and then kind of twist it in the middle. There's some curly ribbon today, and we're going to put, oh, I didn't stamp it yet. Okay, that would help. I get to talking and forget. All right, look what happened to my pad. Isn't that weird? Hard as a rock. Okay, hopefully it'll still work. All right, I'm going to change this paper out so it won't be so yucky looking. And I put this one in the middle too. And just a little dab of, oops, I gotta cut this first. Okay. And then a little bit of blue. I know this is distracting. It's bothering me. I don't like a dirty work surface. All right, and then a little bit on this too. Oh, I love that little flower. It's so cute. All right, so we're done stamping. Oh, Gloria says her uncle had to use ivory soap because he was allergic to other stuff. Whew, I'm glad I didn't. I've always had kind of a weird sense of smell. Bacon? Who's having bacon? I love bacon, but I'm trying not to eat too much pork anymore. I'm trying not to eat pork. There's certain things I'm just trying not to eat too much anymore. All right, so let's get this back. And I want to put some tape on the back of this. And we'll just stick it right down in the middle. That looks messy, doesn't it? Let's see how it looks on the other side. It's not too bad. A little messy. Kind of like my hair right now. I had it in a hairband earlier, but I took it out because it was driving me crazy. Okay, so put this down. Oh, I think that looks good. I like that little curly hue there. Okay, and then some more gems. So I'm going to be using the blue ones on here. These are hard to get off. That's the only bad thing. Oops. It's like a jumping bean. What do you call those? Mexican jumping beans. These, for some reason, just don't want to come off of this piece here. They're stuck really, really well. Okay, one more spritz and we are done. Oh, love it, love it. Okay, so let me put them all back out here for you. There we go. So there's all the cards for today. Aren't they cute? And they're so easy. And a great way to use scraps, because if you have the 12 by 12, really it's just 1.5 inch scrap. And I have a ton of 1.5 inch scraps. Because, you know, if you always cut it down to like 5 1/4 and 5 1/4, that's 10.5. So you have 1.5 left. So with all those long strips of 12 by 12, you can make these cards. Never finished a pack. Me either. I've never finished a pack of DSP, I don't think. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad. What is Slovenia, Diana? Is that Is that autocorrect for something? Love. She said, so Slovenia, these cards. Okay, so now it's time for joke. I got a cute joke today. Well, they're always pretty cute. Okay, we've got a married couple. We're on their way home from a late dinner. The husband was pulled over by the police for speeding. The policeman asked, "Did you know you were speeding?" The man replied, "No, sir." But his wife interrupted and said, "Sure you did. Remember, you said you hope the cops are not around." The husband said, "Be quiet." The cop said, "Did you know your taillights are out?" The man replied, "No, sir." His wife said, "Yes, you did. You have been meaning to fix it, remember?" The husband said, "Be quiet." The cop responded, "Is your husband always this mean to you?" She replied, "Only when he's drunk." All right, that was my joke for tonight. Now it's time for card giveaway. That was a funny one, wasn't it? I think I told that before a long time ago because it seemed familiar, but it's probably been at least a year ago. All right, so let me get some cards out. So we still have Susan and Ware from last time. And then this card I made the other day when we got together last Friday. So this is my friend Michelle's card. And then this one is one of my favorite cards I ever made. I loved that one. Uh-oh, this one's coming out. Stick it back down. Uh-oh, that one is missing one. Oh, no, it's not. It just came unstuck. There we go. I don't know what happened there. That ribbon doesn't want to stick. Okay, there we go. And then, that's 4. Okay. Somebody said postage is going to be going up to $1 for cards. If postage goes up to $1, I'm going to go broke. All right. Oh, Tony Tim liked that joke. Everybody liked that joke. All right, I know. It is a cute card. All right, let me get some in here. All right, winner of the first card is... Hold on, I gotta pick another one. Sherry Dugan. I can't have somebody win who just won. I think that says Sherry. Yep, I have some messy handwriting. Next one is Gloria Wolf. Gloria, you got my favorite one. Next one is Becky White. And the last one, oh, she just won. She just won. Dang, I have a lot of people in here already who just won. Oh, Tracy. I don't think she's won recently. Tracy O'Connell. All right, so there you go. Those are the winners for today. Yeah, donate. Everybody send me. Somebody just, oh, Amy did. Amy sent me a whole thing of stamps. That was so sweet. You guys are all sweet. I didn't get any cards lately, though. You guys, it's been like a week. All right, we are done, folks. So I plan on being back on Thursday. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but yeah, a roll of stamps is $78. Isn't that crazy? And I probably go through, I mail about 50 cards a month, so that's a lot. All right, you guys. Oh, email address. Oh, I forgot that last time too, I think. Okay, here's my email address. Stamp Girl 2, and I forgot these other addresses lately too. Here's the other ones. A fun fold. You want a fun fold? We just did a fun fold last time. I did a fun fold class today, which was fun, but I've already done all those cards. They were all from the last couple weeks. Oh, you're welcome, Wendy. Oh, my address. Here you go. Send me a card. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm so excited you were here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff for me. And thumbs up. Do the thumbs up. Subscribe. And we'll be back Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And I'll have something good for you. Oh, Jalen, you just got here right when we're done. You missed the whole thing. All right. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.